Clink.
And welcome to the Dawg Chug. Yes, I am your host tonight, Ed in Columbus. I did win that game. Andy is dreading it. I know he's dreading it, but hey, I'm still here. We got a great show tonight. We got Bill. Hey, Nick Carnes is here. Browns free agency. So we got to get the number one guy in the show tonight. Going around the horn. We're going to go around the horn first, but I just want to say this. Shout out to the USA baseball team who will advance. I know yesterday they lost to Italy with a lot of American players with Italian names from New Jersey, I think. But, yes, the United States is getting it done. They're moving on. And once again, shout out to the troops out there. Like I said, whatever you think about this thing going on in Iran, hey, we got to support our troops, going to support the USA no matter what. So that's what we're going to do on the Dawg Chug. We'll go around the horn. We got Bill tonight. Bill, what is going on in your neck of the woods?
Not much, really. Dayton, Ohio seems to have a lot of basketball that might be making the college basketball playoffs here. So we've got Wright State already in. Miami probably already in. Definitely Ohio State will get in as long as they just got to get one win. I think that should be done. But then in Akron too, I mean, it's pretty cool. And then we got the girls high school finals. My high school is number one team ranked in the state. Oh. And they're looking to get their first state championship since 2013. So,
what high school would that be, Bill? What high school would that be?
I'm sorry?
What high school would that be?
Fairmont High School in Kettering.
Fairmont. Shout out, Fairmont.
One. They got to play Pickerington tomorrow night.
Ooh.
Should be a good game.
Yeah. Nice. Nick Carnes is in the house. Nick Carnes, been a long time back on the Dawg Chug. What is going on, my guy?
Hi. Well, I'm getting married in like a month.
Yeah.
So that's
awesome.
That's been taking up a lot of my time, admittedly. Was watching a little Cavs Magic earlier tonight. I really enjoy that matchup because both teams really don't like each other.
Yeah.
And they're almost deadlocked here at the end of the third quarter. So gonna try to sneak a couple peeks to see if they can win tonight. But really, just feeling a little good about the Browns right now. Feeling a little good. Not maybe not sky high, but we're feeling good.
Okay, well, good to be grounded. Maybe. Hey, congratulations, Nick. Gonna get a ring before any Cleveland Browns player does.
No.
Hey, that's a good thing, not a bad thing. Roger's in the house tonight. Roger, what's going on?
Man, there's a lot going on. Everybody saw the Bigfoot sightings. Well, that's right where I work, out of work. And then there was a Cuyahoga Falls sighting. I think he's following me. That's got me concerned. And then, you know what? Did the time change screw with anybody? I was an hour late for work Monday. The time change. and I bought a new watch that had a vibrate that vibrates my arm, right? And well, I bought it on Thursday, set it, and then I forgot about it and put it on Sunday night, so it didn't go off for an hour. So time change got me, Ed. Other than that, it's baseball season. And Italy, right, Bill? To help the United States after yesterday's game, they thought it didn't matter, I guess. Did you see that? That's crazy. But I don't know. I'm ready to go, man.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, we know Andy's ready to go. What's up, Andy?
Oh, not too much. We did our little Easter egg hunt with the fam this weekend because it was so nice out. And I got these fancy football coasters.
Oh.
So this is awesome. I might still have like a gross spit stain on my floor, but my bars, no ring stains. So it's awesome.
Well, that's good. That's good. Shout out to the contributors tonight. We just got a bunch of comments just roll in, and I want to say at the end of the show, we'll have Bill pick out a winner tonight. Why not? But that's what we'll do. But MC Lawrence is in the house tonight, checking in. Carnsey busy
MC
tonight.
Big Jake.
Big Jake.
For this, here we are now.
Big Jake. We had him on last week. Yeah. And one of my favorites coming, Wangan. I don't like what he's saying, obviously, but it's not his fault. Not his fault.
How did that happen?
Yeah, I know, right? Right.
We just hit a big 3, though.
Okay. And then obviously the Donger is back. He's back.
Mr. Dong.
Yeah, Jake showing up again. Veteran. He says veteran move, Roger, blaming the time change. That's veteran move right there.
I know it.
Yeah.
It's on film now, too. I got on tape.
We got is this a newbie who's Angelica? Hey, thanks for showing us some love tonight.
Man, I want to thank we've been a lot of views people that take the time out to watch our dumbasses and join us for an hour and have fun, have some drinks, we thank you, man.
Thank you.
We had some crazy views the last couple shows, and just thank you.
I have
No.
not. I've not been in Portage County, Donger. I've not been in Portage County, so I can.
Great county though.
Yeah, hey, shout out to Portage County. We get a lot of views there, I think. So, yeah, just shout
That's
out.
my area of work, man.
at the end of the
Manaway, Win,
Yeah. Bill, at the end of the show, like I said, Bill's going to give the contributor of the show award. So that's your job.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, he's coming. So keep them coming. Keep them coming. But like I said, we usually start off the show with breaking news. But you know what? We have this the hottest thing going on right now. Andy put it out today. We actually got some people throwing it up. Dawg Chug voicemails. Andy, take it away. All
right. So anyone that wants to send voicemails, be part of the show, be famous, go ahead and make an audio clip. Send dawgchugpod@gmail.com and we'll get them on to start next week's show. We got a bunch, so everyone buckle in. It's going to be fun. Hey, Dawg Chug. This is J.W. Johnson, the real rock star of the Cleveland Browns ownership. I wanted to give you guys an exclusive deal to be the official podcast of the Cleveland Browns. I will fire that cunt as a girl right now. All it would take is you get that little sweet thing, Lana, to put like a bag of Coke right up inside of her, and then she sits on my face for 15 minutes. The job's yours. Bye.
This is John Hilberry, first-time caller, long-time listener. And I just wanted to submit something real quick for the Dawg Chug tonight. My birthday's around the corner. My birthday's 13 days from
happy
now.
birthday,
I'll be 33
John.
years old, and, I'm not getting any younger. But just wanted to say some fun facts in honor of my upcoming 33rd birthday with the Cleveland Browns tie-in. Since 1993, the Cleveland Browns have had only 5 winning seasons. So that means for my 33 years of existence, 28 years of them have been watching me lose, or my football team lose. And for 3 of those years, they didn't exist from 1996 to 1998. And I can, thankfully say those were some of the best years of my life. So just wanted to call that out. Hope you all have a great show. And again, the mantra going into this season is just saying, I understand. All right.
I understand.
Everybody have a great night. Thanks.
Awesome.
Coach Hilberry. Beautiful.
It's Lamont. Man, the Browns get a B+ for the first few days of free agency. They went out and got more offensive line protection than I used in high school. Matter of fact, I got more damn kids than the all 22. And listen, are you listening? All right, listen. I got one final thing to say today before I hang up. Man, where all the damn white women at?
Yo, Dawg Chug. This Dawg Chug? Yo, listen up, Dawg Chug. This your boy, Dwayne Bigfoot.
Oh my
Man, this some fucked up shit people doing out here. Playing 5-0, calling the police on Bigfoot. Got some hillbilly bitch on the news tell the motherfucker she saw me eating her garbage. Bitch, I ain't eating your nasty ass garbage. Crazy ass hoe. Some girl boy got some motherfucking Bigfoot pics of me taking a piss. Motherfucker can't even take a piss. Yeah, that's my lengthy ass motherfuckers. It ain't no silhouette. It's Big Dick Daddy Bigfoot. Listen, man, I'm in trouble. Jimmy Haslam hunting me down, trying to make me play for the shitty ass Browns. Man, I ain't no motherfucking left tackle, bitch. People seeing Bigfoot in the backyard calling the police. Hell yeah, my white ass hiding out in your damn barn, Farmer Joe. Last night I ate 4 chickens and I fucked me one of them freaky little midget horses. This shit's off the hook in Portage County. I gotta hide out. Dawg Chug, listen, man, Jimmy Haslam and that motherfucker retard son-in-law setting bear traps all over Cleveland. Big ass bear traps too, man. Redneck motherfuckers. They all over Rocky River, Berea, Brook Park, I can't go nowhere. My spot downtown at the 9, then a motherfucking bear trap on the elevator. Do I look like a goddamn grizzly bear, bitch? Who this motherfucker think he is? Got me out here running around like goddamn Chewbacca. Shit corny as hell. Dawg Chug, you my dude. You gotta help me. Ed in Columbus, you silly motherfucker, you funny as hell. I love me some Ed. Yo, look out for a motherfucker. And I got you, Dawg Chug. This Dwayne Bigfoot. You know what it is?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Oh my
bad.
God.
Hey, that was Andy, my favorite one right there. Right there. Shout out. Anytime we get a personal shout out like that. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
I think Bigfoot expounds as much as Roger does. That's amazing.
Gosh.
Could be a distant cousin, maybe. Well,
Oh, man.
keep them coming. Like I said, that is the hottest segment in all. And I've had some segments, Andy, where I've touted out as being hot, but I think Dawg Chug voicemails is going to be the one that sets Dawg Chug over the top here. Shout out to John Hillberry for putting one out there. And like I said, Andy, where can they go again? Once again, to dawgchugpod@gmail.com. Send those voice messages to there, and we'll get them on. Come on, yeah.
Hell yeah. That was great. Thank you, everyone, for the contributions. It's so great only having to do like 30 minutes of content now. So,
Yeah.
Right. That's how you kill time, kids.
By the way, one thing about Bigfoot, anybody see him? I know it was a hot top. Nick, you're somewhat, in that area sometimes. Any Bigfoot sightings?
I can't say that I've seen Bigfoot, although, it certainly got the people talking.
He does. He does.
That was the talk of the town today, moving around the Northeast Ohio area here. And my sister actually lives down there. So I texted her a little Bigfoot stuff. And she has yet to respond. I don't know if she's always me or not. So I'll keep you updated.
Well, maybe she's having dinner with him or something. Who knows? My joke was this, and I didn't put it in breaking news, which we're going to break to, but maybe it's Joel Petonio. He's getting sick of all the people asking him if he's going to retire, so he went down to Portage County, and hey, that's kind of.
Hey, you're onto something.
Yeah, well, make a decision, Joel. We want you back. But, well, without further ado, we go into our segments, and we usually start them out. But tonight I go second. I'm glad to do that because of Dawg Chug voicemails. But tonight we have, this is Ed in Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking news. Bam Adebayo scored 83 points, and Kobe Bryant fans are outraged. Chill out, Mamba Army. Your boy still has the edge on Bam when it comes to beating rape charges. Progressive Field finally finished swapping out all the green seats, so now the stadium is all blue. Blue like how fans will be feeling when they lose another playoff series this fall. Go try. Go Cards. In dating news, Dak Prescott and his fiancee called it quits. Dak must have gotten nervous being so close to a ring. And Joe Burrow was spotted out with Jessica Alba, but they are just friends. Who knew Bengals and Cougars could just be that? And finally, Cleveland's soccer name will be the Forest City Cleveland. And shockingly, I like it. I mean, Cleveland is the Forest City. And what better way to hide the reality of high crime, shitty streets, and poverty-ridden neighborhoods than using big-ass fucking trees? And this is Ed in Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking news.
Shoot, go ahead. And I'm down to the Forest City myself.
Can whoever made that logo go talk to the Cleveland Guardians and say and help them make a better logo?
Yeah, I love it, Andy. I love the whole idea of the Forest City. I like the green. I think it's great, honestly.
Gold and the green. That was awesome. I want to be. I don't really watch soccer very much, but I'm going to be a fan just because of the
merch. The merch alone, Andy. The merch alone will get it done.
I'm getting it.
What league is this team playing in?
Isn't it MLS2?
MLS Next Pro.
Next Pro.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it
play well there are going to get a chance to play for the MLS?
Yeah.
So it's like the Monsters for hockey.
Yes.
Yes.
Start next year. So when they cancel baseball, we'll have something just as good.
You do exactly.
Now, Bill, will those players then go to the Crew? Then will they?
I don't know if there's an affiliation yet.
There's no affiliation. It's completely independent.
Wow.
That's why.
You could survey the talent there and then say, I should get called up.
Okay, well, that's good. Good for the players, but I would like to see an affiliation with Columbus. I like the Blue Jackets Monsters kind of thing. I like the whole Cleveland Columbus thing. So if any way that gets done in the future, make it happen. But yeah, that's cool. I love it. Hey, anytime. And plus, hey, anytime you get to build infrastructure and stadiums in Cleveland and new ones, hey, that's always a good thing. So really happy about that. Really happy about that.
They said they're going to build like a 13,000 venue at the lakefront. That's the plan.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
I mean, that's probably never going to happen, but that's
It's amazing how the city now is starting to develop that, right? After what? Hundreds of years, 100 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, shout out Dan Gilbert, because Dan Gilbert put in the Cleveland, Cavs training facility with that beautiful building he's got, and now he's going to do some things with the park. It seemed like Dan Gilbert's kind of like getting things done, and kind of, and that's a good thing. So like, I like to say, obviously the whole Brook Park thing, whatever, but at the same time, Cleveland is still developing regardless of that. So, hey, it's good to see. So shout out, and people think I hate Cleveland, Andy. I love Cleveland. But that will lead us into a top 10. And like I said, I like to keep top 10s current. And obviously we have a little skirmish going on in the Middle East right now. But not all things could be as bad as, maybe what's going on in Berea. So I like to have a little fun with my top 10. And tonight's top 10 are the top 10 reasons why becoming the new Ayatollah in Iran is better than coaching the Browns.
okay.
Number 10, you don't have to live in Cleveland. You don't have to. Number 9, wearing robes all day probably sucks, but at least they're not brown and orange. Number 8, after a week and a half of getting decimated, Iran still has a better offense than the Browns.
True story.
Number 7, you won't have to do any Mr. Hero commercials. Number 6, you don't have to deal with Mary Kay Cabot and Cleveland media. Number 5, the potholes in Cleveland are deeper than the holes left from the bunker buster bombs of the U.S.
I knew we had a pothole one coming.
Yes, always.
I saw that coming.
Number 4, you don't have to worry about free agents. Nobody's coming to Iran. Number 3, the Iranian regime cucks are less annoying than the Cleveland Browns cucks. Number 2, you won't have to worry about being fired. You'll be dead in 5 hours. And the number 1 reason why becoming the new Ayatollah in Iran is better than coaching the Browns is, if your field generals are Shador Sanders and Deshaun Watson, I'd rather have Ahmed the goat fucker. And that's tonight's top 10.
Wow. Ooh, Ed. Well done.
You know what? That was fun. I had to go around my work and ask them, survey and see if that was a little bit too offensive. And they said it was. So I said, yeah, let's go with it. Yeah, let's go with it. So
there's a lot of bestiality jokes on the Dawg Chug tonight.
Andy, that's because of you. I've learned from Ed School, taught me a lot.
I learned as well.
How you doing, Nick? Are you happy you came on tonight?
I'll tell you what. I'm glad I'm self-employed.
There you go. There you go. See? Oh,
You
wow.
might be off Barking Browns pretty soon, though.
Shout out. We got some more contributors. Donger's back. Ha ha ha, Donger. Ha ha ha. Big Jake. Shout out to you. I love the comments, and I like I said, sometimes we don't hit them exactly when they are because of our bits and stuff like that. So, but keep them coming. We see them and everything like that. So, Juan Gagne, my favorite. So, hey, I'll be laughing with you. Hey, at least you're laughing with me when I get fired, right? See, he seconds that. Hey, I'm gone, right? Give me the pink slip. Big J, he's crying. See, I'm making him cry. That's a good thing. Make him cry. It's a good thing out there. Ron Gunn, I do believe it. Something's the truth. Not everything I say, but maybe 1 out of every 5 words might be the truth. And Big Jake says, goat fuckers can't be offensive. Oh, well. See, that's the thing. I mean, hey, we love everybody, and whatever you do with, things, that's, hey, you're more than welcome to watch the show. And we are glad that you do. But Andy, I think that we'll sum up that. Okay.
That was fun, Ed. That was 2 brilliant segments today.
Yes. 3 Dawg Chug voicemails was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, we do have we have so much things. I always say this. I like to get into spit, sip, chug because usually then we whatever we don't talk about, then that's what we'll get into because But like I said, spit, sip, chug. It is our staple. It is a staple. It gets usually most of the conversation going. I will say a statement. It's a statement, not a question. So don't question my statement. And if you love the statement, you will chug. You'll take your beverage and you'll chug it. If you hate it, you'll spit and then you'll make your wife clean it up like Andy does. It's not exactly the best thing to do. But hey, if you have a great wife and get your spit cleaned up, or you can sip if you're kind of on the fence with it. Roger can't sip, can he?
Nope, not tonight.
He cannot. Sorry, Roger.
Andy's
Yeah. So we will start with our guest, and that would be you, Bill. And I want to start with this one because, okay, so basically the premise of this, so people that haven't, are attuned with the Cleveland media, there's some things about Shedeur Sanders and things and Jason Lloyd, Zach Jackson and all them. And then they kind of are taking the brunt from the Shedorians about it. So I wanted to hit you with a statement here. And this is this. The Cleveland media is too much like Browns fans, obsessed with either loving or hating Shedeur Sanders. What say you, Bill?
I'm going to sip that.
Okay.
I think that's a pretty good statement there because the Cleveland media just in general has been so, I don't even know the word. I've been able to sit in some of the press boxes, like MLS, been there for a couple of times, and then for the Guardians. And I do think that there are quite a few of the folks who cover Cleveland sports who think that their take is the only take and that everybody else is wrong. Everybody else is wrong. You can't possibly be right. And I don't know if they're doing it for likes and everything. I mean, I think ESPN did the worst thing when they started making their talent start being on shows because they needed all this stuff. So I think now everybody who covers the sports think that they can do the same thing. I don't know. It's just a different time. I hate it. I mean, I always wanted just everyone to just tell me what's happening. Don't tell me your opinion. Like I can't stand Daryl. I cannot stand Daryl Ryder. I whenever he is on, I will turn off whatever I'm listening to, because he has gotten so much wrong. And I'm just gonna stop before I say something I'm gonna regret. There you go. Someone else go next.
Okay, Nick. What do you got, Nick?
I don't know. I'm gonna sip. I'm gonna sip because I don't feel like there's anyone in the media that I can think of that's like overly positive about Shedeur. And there's definitely some negativity, but I feel like overall it's more just kind of the same type of, because like if we're being honest, it's like Shedeur did do some things that would encourage you, but like if you're being objective about the production, it was not a highly encouraging rookie season. But that doesn't mean he can't grow. And I think that's probably the greatest lesson that I've learned watching the NFL in recent years is like a lot of these young some of these young quarterbacks can grow and can develop with given time. So I'm gonna just stay very neutral because I feel like obviously there's a couple people in the media specifically that have really go to the negative side, but I don't feel like there's an overwhelming majority on either.
Okay. Roger.
Man, I don't know what to do with it because the media's shit today. All media's garbage. They broke the union with the plain dealer, and when they did that, everything went out the window. Those who stayed, what they do is just clickbait. They're on the payroll. They put out whatever they're told to put out, and nobody checks facts. It's just sensationalism is all it's about today. You have AI writing the articles. They're obsessed with whatever the fans are going to read and click on and talk about on the radio. That's what the media does. It drives the fan base and it just spits out. Mary Kay will throw something against the wall, and then by next week, people are talking about it as fact. Sources say, and that's what the media is. One person says something, and then it just catches fire, and it becomes fact by next week. And it's 3 hours of talk on drive time radio. I don't know. I don't read anything anymore. The last thing I'm going to do is pay for that shit. So I don't need anybody. I don't need a kid that the plain dealer hired for whatever the $20,000 a year, whatever they're making, to generate a fucking article about the Cleveland Browns for me. I don't need it. I'm chugging on that. I'll tell you that.
All right. Well, Donger asked you too, Roger. He wants to know: is the Earth flat? He wants to know. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe it is.
Do you have an opinion on that?
What's that?
Oh my God. Mr. Dong wanted to know if you think the Earth is flat or not. Jesus.
Do you agree with Kyrie?
Only if you're in California.
Okay. Fair enough. That's a fair statement.
That's a weird answer.
Yeah.
All right. Look, I think the most of people in the Cleveland media have this right. I don't see a lot of love. I don't see a lot of hate for Shador. There are some clickbait type people. Shame on them. But I don't think you can have like a very, unless you're out of your mind, that the guy is absolute trash or he's incredible. He's going to be incredible. Look, at the end of the day, he had a lot of bad stuff. He had some good stuff. It was a bad team. At the end, we don't have another option. So we just need to bring Shador back this year. It's probably going to be bad, but give the kid a shot and let's see what we can accomplish. That's the only option we really have. So I think most of the Cleveland media have this right, and I think they are. Let's see what he can do this year. That's what I like to hear. I don't want anyone to be higher than that. I don't want anyone to be saying that he should be cut. There's no other option. We're going to have a day 3 pick as our other quarterback besides Deshaun Watson and maybe the little guy. That's it. That's all we got. Maybe Anthony Richardson. He's also horrible. So at the end of the day, Shador or bust. I mean, this is going to probably be a bad year, but we might as well give him a chance. And I think the media has that for the most part right. And shame on you if you don't. Sorry.
Okay. Shout out Phil at my work, or formerly Phil. He loves to throw, and he always about the white women with Phil. I don't understand that. But hey, whatever.
That's true.
Force of nature. We love you, but yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't want to say that. I don't know. But I do like the fact that you're getting your news from the Dawg Chug. I don't know how accurate your news is, and we're not going to apologize for that either. Dong doesn't like your answer, Roger, about the Earth being flat. He says it was underwhelming. He also wants to know who you think killed JFK. You don't
I could do a whole podcast on that.
Yeah, well, hey, that's coming soon, Dong. And then Force of Nature obviously has his opinion about California. Okay. But going back to the statement, I'm actually going to chug with my taco. I went to Taco Bell tonight, so I got my Taco Bell Mountain Dew. And I got to say, the Fountain Mountain Dew from Taco Bell, A1. Here's why, because I think when it comes down to it, my perception, obviously, from Columbus and then seeing Cleveland radio, obviously you got Tony Rizzo, who is a big Shadorian. He loves Shador. He will fight with Goldhammer about it. And I mean, it's almost to the point where he's a big cheerleader for Shador, which is kind of weird because, with the media, I mean, I know he's got his own show, and it's kind of like, to Bill's point, you have personalities that used to just do shows, but now they're opinionated shows, or, they used to give the news or give the sports what's going on, but now they're actually giving opinions. It's kind of like the crossing of sports media when it comes to what exactly is going on. Like when it comes to, are we just reporting it, or are we opinionated, like the Stephen A. Smith's on everything, the Pat McAfee's that's on everything. So I think that line's always blurred there. Obviously Ken Carman and then Tony Lima, they're, I see the comments in them, they got shows that it's Shador all the time. And obviously it's for ratings, like to Bill's point, but the Cavs are playing Gory. I mean, there's other things in Cleveland sports, and yet, we're doing 2-3 hours on the Browns once again and the Shador. So I think when it comes to the big driving forces behind Cleveland media, I think they're obsessed with it, but to Bill's point, I think it's because of its ratings. You can talk about the Cavs and for whatever, or you talk about the Browns. As much as people want to bitch about, you always talk about the Browns, because that's what people want to listen to. At the end of the day, people want to watch a train wreck. They don't want to watch, what I'm saying? That's what they do. That's what people do. And I can't blame them for what they're doing. But I have to chug on that aspect of it, because if you look at the amount of time they spend talking about the Browns quarterback situation and Shador, it definitely outshines everything else. You could roll it up and it's going to be number 1, and then 2 through 10 is not even going to equal the time there. So I have to chug on that one. So we'll go to statement number 2, and we'll start with you, Nick.
Nice.
Okay.
And this one is from Andy's contribution. And I love this one because it kind of rolls it up into one. And the statement being, Browns are on the right track in free agency. And you can go, this one's great. I like it because you can go any way you want with this.
I'm going to chug. Because I think now I'm not trying to act like the Browns are getting, bona fide superstars in free agency, but I am trying to act like they have, at minimum, a significantly raised floor on the offensive line. You're talking about Zion Johnson, who's 26, Elgin Jenkins, who's 30, and Titus Howard? No.
Howard.
Yeah.
Howard.
Yeah.
Titus Howard, thank you, who's 29. And I like, too, that they went and got guys who were experienced and have time in the league because, they are most likely going to draft a lineman or two, right? But it's not a recipe for success to have those guys all be young. That's just not where you want to be on the offensive line. You need some guys who have been there and done that. And so you're looking like Titus Howard got extended by the Texans previously and now is extended by the Browns. Elgin Jenkins got extended by the Packers previously, is now extended by the Browns. And Zion Johnson only had 4 years in the league, but played over 1,000 snaps in all 4 of them, has shown a lot of durability, and is now signed by the Browns. It's just, I think you're rarely going to get the truly elite, like the Trent Williams situation with San Francisco, where he went from Washington, is a very rare situation. But you can get good linemen, and I think that's what the Browns are doing. So at minimum, it feels like they've raised the ceiling and they've raised the floor and increased the ceiling too. So I'm going to chug on that.
Yeah. Perfect. I love it. Roger, are you as optimistic as Nick?
Chugging.
Okay.
Absolutely, they're on the right track. And I'm convinced of this now. Somebody high up in the Browns front office, I think it's Catherine Hickman, follows me on X, because whatever I suggest, the Browns should do something. There's this one anonymous account, one of the ghost accounts with the no name with 8 fouls that starts asking me what I think and what they should do, and boom, next thing you know, that's what they're doing. Andrew Berry guy said Andrew Berry ain't going to spend no money this year in free agency because why? Why? To win 9 games or 8 games instead of 5? And next thing you know, he says, next year we're probably going to spend more. We'll have ability to spend more. They're listening to me, and they're starting to do the right thing. They got to build this roster. It's shit. They better trade these picks, and they will because Hickman's following me. And she knows what I think about the draft, so that's what's going to happen. So I'm chugging.
Okay. Follow that one, Andy.
Wow. Look, there were a lot of paths the Browns could have gone, a lot of bad paths. They could have really put a lot of, we have to win this year. We got to prove the new staff. Andrew Berry, I got to keep my job. So they could have gone all in. They could have made some horrible signings, mortgage the future. But I think what they did, they said, look, our defenses we like the defense. We cannot upgrade the quarterback. I mean, they could have gone after some names that would have also been equally terrible. I'm glad they've showed restraint there. We don't need another bad quarterback on this roster because, like I said, we'll get one in day 3. The one thing we could do this offseason is run the ball. And if we run the ball, that's going to make Shador's life easier. It's going to give him a chance to succeed. I love what they're doing. I think they had a plan. Let's fix the running game. I really love the running back that we have, and I'm glad they're bringing in guys that can run blocks successfully, that are going to get the job done, I hope. I think that's going to give the coaching staff and our quarterback a chance to play better on Sundays and not make us hate this team as much as we do. They're still going to be bad.
Yeah.
But they're going to be tolerable bad. And they're going to set themselves up for the future. And if Shador sucks, he probably does, then they're going to be in line to get a quarterback next year. And if Shador actually turns out to be good, well, we might have our guy.
So I love the way they're approaching it. Like I said, I think there's some restraint, and that's what I like to see. A little bit of long-term vision, not just throwing all your eggs into the basket and praying it works out. I like what they're doing, so I'm chugging.
Nice.
Look, Andy follows me too.
Nice. I'm gonna chug as well. Actually, just sipping a lot, actually, but it's a chug because it's got a straw. So
Right.
but
Wham.
I mean, I guess I could take the lid off, I guess, but
You could
I don't
take
trust
the lid off.
I don't trust myself, Nick. I'd spill it like I did when I was a little kid in the car. You know, it would be a bad thing. You know, I love the versatility of the offensive lineman pickups. I mean, like to Nick's point, you know, you got some veterans in there that got extended. So obviously they show that they're NFL quality worthy linemen, but the versatility on that. But I think the number one thing that the free agency is showing me is that you got to give Monken obviously time to get his offense in, but how do you do that? Because last year, Shador was under duress. The Quinshon Judkins couldn't even, you know, get past the line of scrimmage without being touched by 3 or 4 guys. I mean, look at his runs. I mean, you give him Ohio State's line, it's like 10 to 12 yards. You give him the Browns, if he gets 2 to 3 yards, it's like the same amount of yards because he's getting hit in the backfield this much. So I think what they said to themselves is, how can we evaluate this team? Look, I think they want to get better, but you got to evaluate the quarterback. How do you evaluate the quarterback? You give him an offensive line that he can actually, I don't know, run the offense. I think that this is what this 2026 season's all about. Let's see what we have. How can you see what you have when you can't even function as an offense? So they said, okay, the best and easiest way to function as an offense is to get a decent offensive line. It doesn't have to be to Nick's point. It doesn't have to be Linderbaum. It doesn't have to be, you know, Trent Williams. It could just be normal guys doing their job, playing as one unit, and you can actually see what you have in the running game. And I know we got to get maybe a wide receiver at 6 and lineman or whatever about that, but I'm not opposed to this, Nick. And I know we just talked about this, but like I love that kid, that running back out of Notre Dame, that Love kid. And you know, I know maybe you go sign another lineman in free agency, or maybe you pick one at 24. But look, I'm not opposed to if you don't like that wide receiver or Tate's gone or whatever like the case may be, or you want to trade down. But I wouldn't mind Judkins and another guy because, look, this team is going to be built still upon running the football, especially if you have Shador Sanders. So, look, I think they just need to get offensive weapons. I still say take the best player available offensively at 6. And if you feel like it's the running back from Notre Dame, I'm not going to be mad. I really want Carnell Tate. But like I said, the free agency is working because it's making the Browns offense functional, and we need to evaluate, and that's the only way you can do that. Bill.
Okay, well, you guys are like all chuggers. I'm going to sip.
Oh,
Let me explain why. So I agree. They signed kind of what they needed. I think they overpaid. Okay, so it is what it is. Hated losing Bush, but I understand. Got a good replacement. You know, I mean, I'm not going to criticize, but let's keep in mind, this is Andrew Berry. All right. And Andrew Berry, his record has not been good. Yes, he had one good draft here, gentlemen. Okay, fine. But other than that, you're going to sit here and tell me that he couldn't do any of this last year for the offensive line. What was the goal? What was the goal last year that we had to go through hell with this? Right. And so now all of a sudden he's signing all these offensive linemen and everything else. I think we're giving Barry way too much credit. Maybe he feels now that he's on a little bit more sure footing, or maybe not. I don't know. It just makes me wonder that all last year they were saying how much they were thought partners. I think they just decided to piss the entire year away. I really do. I think they just decided to screw the year away last year. And that was detrimental to the development of this team and the younger players. So yeah, of course we have to sit here and fill in the offensive line because since 1960, there's never been a team that has lost all 5 of their starting offensive linemen. Like everybody's contract was up. They had to do something, right? This is Andrew Berry, who he had 3 guys that were coming in on the offensive line last year, was coming off major surgeries. And what did he do? He didn't sign anybody. Yeah. So I'll be interested to see the draft. I do think what they're doing here is maybe they just don't feel that there is an outstanding, other than probably the kid from Miami, Florida. There really isn't an outstanding because he's going to be gone in the first 3 probably. So if you're signing tackles and guards right now, then you're probably going to use that first pick. If you're not going to trade it, you're going to use that first pick on a weapon. Yeah. I agree. I'd like to see a wide receiver, but I have a friend who teaches with me, and he and I have been talking about this. If someone from Ohio State who plays free safety is available at number 6,
Caleb Downs,
how can you turn that down? Right? How can you turn that down? So I think the signing that they're doing right now is because they realize we got to go for players that are going to be impact players, because they have not done that, and Andrew Berry has not been good at that. So.
I will say one thing to the audience out there. If we do all agree, whether it be a spit, a sip, or chug, obviously it can't be a sip because of Roger can't, then we all would chug. Bill killed that with his sip right there. So I want to say thank you, Bill. And also shout out to Donger with this one. I've been seeing this for a while. Lizard people. I think lizard people is the answer. I'm down with the reptilians.
This could be number 1 right here. This could be number 1 right here.
Yeah, so I got to say that. So thank you, Donger. That will bring us to statement number 3. I want to go this one. Let's get off the Browns for a minute, because this has been dominating the news lately, and we'll start with Roger on this one. And Andy gave this one too. I love it. Ravens are a dirty team for nuking the Crosby trade. Ooh.
Chugging.
Okay.
The Ravens are a dirty fucking team. Their fans are bastards of stolen. It's like, I'm going to go to my neighbor's house, take his fucking car, park it in my garage, paint it purple and black, and when he's looking for it, say, "Oh, that ain't your fucking car. That's mine now." That's what their fans. That's like stealing a team. They're a dirty team from the top down. They're scum. I'm glad Harbaugh left them. It's going to be, I hate the Ravens. Yeah. You know what, man? Anybody that deals with them and tries to deal with them deserves what they get.
Damn.
How about that?
Nice. No, I love it. Andy.
Yeah. Anyone that believes that they were like, oh my gosh, his leg is way worse than we thought, and we're going to fail his physical. This was clearly the case. They realized they could get Hendrickson for a good value.
Yep.
And they didn't have to give up 2 first-round picks, and it makes sense to do it like they did. But oh my gosh, the repercussions. The poor Las Vegas Raiders. I know, Nick, you hate the Raiders, so you had to be celebrating this one. But they absolutely screwed them over. All the people that were gonna get in the bidding, they went and signed other guys. So now who's going to go after Max Crosby?
Browns.
The Browns. This is a crazy thing. I mean, look, at the end of the day, the rules need to be changed a little bit. It should be like because the evaluation has to happen so far after it gets announced, when situations, it should be an independent group of doctors that do the initial evaluation to determine is he good to go or not. Because these kind of shenanigans can happen. They need to clean this up. It was a dirty thing. Fuck the Ravens. You should be ashamed of yourself. And your quarterback has AIDS.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm chugging at that, and I'm chugging to this statement right here. The Baltimore Ravens. And they weren't the Ravens at the time, but they've been dirty since Art Modell and Governor Paris Glendening in a Baltimore parking lot said the Browns are moving to Baltimore. So they've always been dirty. But hey, in 97, we took the ALCS from those bastards that go Tribe. But no, they're dirty. But I will say one thing. They're dirty. They're dirty as fuck. But I kind of like what they did if you're a Ravens fan, because look, you didn't have to take on Max Crosby and his fucked up knee, and you got Trey Hendrickson, and you got to keep your picks. Now, I'm not saying that's how you should conduct business, but for this upcoming year, and I don't know how it's going to have any negative effects, or if it does have any negative effects with the organization, with the agents moving forward. I doubt that it does. I will say one thing, though. shame on the NFL. Shame on making it so that the Ravens can do this. Okay, you have this tampering period and you have all this and then you have it so a week later. Why maybe you should get things finalized before teams like Vegas then start spending money and doing all this stuff. Like maybe there should be some built-in safeguards and rails that prevents teams from just saying a week later, he's damaged goods, and what maybe there should be an NFL position that says, well, maybe he's not as good as you thought he was, but you agreed on it and he's good enough to make the trade happen. Maybe there needs to be some things that the NFL, who gets billions and billions of dollars, and lets these teams do that. Look, the Ravens are dirty, but they didn't do anything that the NFL can step in and say and nix it. So obviously it's not illegal or against the rules of the NFL. So I blame the NFL for allowing shit like this to happen, just like I blame the NFL for allowing the Browns to move. Like at the end of the day, the NFL, I know it's a collection of 32 teams, but you have some more chops and be able to regulate your league so fans aren't, bitching about it. But hey, it gives us a good show, and I know that's why I don't hate it. I do hate the fact that Trey Hendrickson's going to be coming against our quarterback in the state in the AFC North, though. I ain't going to lie about that. So I'm chugging on it. They're dirty as fuck, but hey, I blame the NFL. Bill, what do you say?
Well, I'm chugging because they are a dirty team, but not for nuking the trade.
Okay.
They're just a dirty team, period. I think we've seen enough of the late hits that never get called. It's just as bad as the squealers, when we play them. The out of bounds hits, and they're like, oh, I didn't hear about it. They're a dirty team, period. And unfortunately, we haven't had the success to sit there and back up and push them back, right? But Andy, I agree. You are sitting here with a multi-billion-dollar business, and you're making a decision, and then all of a sudden you see Trey Henderson, right? That he's available at a much cheaper rate, and I would argue equal, right?
Yeah.
Equal value, maybe. I agree too, Ed, about the medical thing. There has to be something. I mean, that to nix the trade because of the knee and the fact that he wasn't even going to be ready to for another 6 months, maybe not even until.
And his doctor said he was ahead of schedule too. That's the thing. One doctor says he's actually ahead of schedule.
Yeah. So you know what? This should have been cleared before the trade, but the fact is the NFL they don't give a crap about that.
Right.
So I hate the Ravens. I really do. That from 96 to 98, I got so much yard work done during the fall. I got to admit, I got more yard work done during that 3-year stretch than probably I ever have before. Right. But they're a dirty team, just period. But this one, I don't have a problem with it. I really don't.
Nick, are they dirty? Are they dirty? Those dirty, are they dirty?
No, they're not. They're not. And Force of Nature's like, if Force of Nature kind of nails it, he said, Nick would be on his knees begging for the money shot from him. Well, sir, if my team rescinded a trade in which they had to send 2 first-round picks away, and instead they got a comparable player for just money and got to keep their 2 picks, I would be singing from the high heavens. It's business. It's a competitive business. It's a competitive environment. And yeah, I agree that sucks and it's slimy. I understand that. But when you're in this cutthroat business, that is what you have to do. You have to get every edge you can. That's just the way she goes. So no, and yes, I agree with you, Force of Nature, which by the way, California is an American state, and that's why it was so fucked up to see a different flag in that American state. However, if the Browns did this, I would be singing from the high heavens because that's what you need to do to get edges, to get advantages.
Literal edges too, by the way.
It's a cutthroat business. It's a $1 billion industry. You need to do everything you can. And if we're going to sit here and pretend like every one of these teams isn't trying to do everything they can to get an advantage over one and the other, we're living in fantasy land. So no, they're not dirty, although I hate them and I hate that they did it. Right? They're not dirty, they're just smart.
Wow. Nick, that's why we have you on. It was a bold answer. I love it. And By the way, wouldn't it have been great if remember when we traded for Deshaun Watson and we had the deal announced, and then they came out and I think Houston realized how leveraged they were, and they said, you know what, throw in an extra 3rd round pick because that's what it's going to take now that we already agreed to the deal. And the Browns just said, okay, Daddy. Wouldn't it have been fantastic if the Browns had just said, oh, he failed his physical, or no, we're not going to give the extra pick that you just got announced. But no, the Browns were that was such a controversial move, and there were so many people talking. We were like the main story in the NFL, and the Browns just said, yeah, okay, we'll give you more picks for this horrible trade we're about to make. So I appreciate, Nick, what you're saying. The Browns should have stood tall and said, you know what, we don't really want this guy, so let's back out.
Yeah. Good point. That's hey, like I said, it's business. Like I said, that's what my kind of thing was. Blame the NFL. Don't blame. You know, what I'm saying the Baltimore just operated under what they could do as a business thing, and to Nick brought it home with saying, yeah. I mean, but that will bring us to our 4th statement, and I think it kind of goes to weapons, and we'll start with you, Andy. The Browns have to go wide receiver at 6. This has been another hot topic.
All right, we're gonna try and go 30-second answer on this one for everyone because we're getting late in the show. But I'm gonna say they do not have to go. They should. You don't want to ever get into the position where you have to, pick based on your position, your needs. Don't do that. So what you do is you pick 2 needs. So it's got to be left tackle or wide receiver. It's got to be one of those. So
I'm going to say they have to. I'm going to chug. Here's why. I don't disagree with Andy at all, but because we saw what the market is for wide receivers. What was that, Pierce guy or whatever, for the Colts getting paid ridiculous amount of money? Wide receivers have just gone up so much in price that if you can get a stud wide receiver in the draft on a rookie contract, it's not just because of the position. Well, it is because of the position and the money that's allocated toward that position. And the wide receiver is just keep going up and up and up and up. And the fact is that if you can get a stud, and keep them cheap for 4 to 5 years, that's the only reason why I think you have to go wide receiver at 6 because of the money allocation moving forward. Bill.
I'm going to sip. If that kid from Miami is there, you take him. If that kid from Miami is there for left tackle, you take him. If not, then you have the discussion between do you want to go wide receiver or Caleb Downs. That's it.
You love Caleb Downs, don't you?
Done.
I love Put-in Bay. I'm going to chug.
I love Put-in Bay. I got thrown in a drunk tank there.
Oh, no.
I don't know if they'll let me on the island. We'll have to go out and call
love the Browns getting one of their needs more. Draft lines up for you get Monroe, Freeling, or Cornell Tate. Take one. Thank you.
Thank you. Roger.
Ah, man. I'm spitting. I need a drink, though.
Okay, fair enough.
No, man, because are there going to be no wide receivers available next year? Is this the last draft on the planet for fucking wide receivers? Because we're not just a wide receiver away. Bill, you hurt me by wanting to get the Buckeye at 6. We don't need a safety. We got 3 safeties. We need offensive linemen. But they're bringing back Luke Welper, right? They got him. They signed a guard from San Diego. The fucking quarterback in San Diego was the second leading rusher. Put the long wind alert out. That's right. He was the second leading rusher in the entire NFL because he's running for his fucking life behind his offensive line. All right, so now you got 3 offensive linemen. What the fuck, man? You need at least 10 of them. You're already strong in the trenches on the defensive side of the ball. You need to match that, and you need to match that this year. You're not going to win in the NFL, and you want to run the football, but you want to draft a wide receiver at 6? That ain't going to fucking happen because you don't have no offensive linemen. No, trade the pick. Man, the last thing they should do in the world right now is draft a wide receiver. They don't have nobody to throw the fucking football to them. I'm spitting again, and I'm chugging.
I tell you, Indiana's got a bunch of really good wide receivers that we can get in the 2nd or 3rd round. So I totally get that, but that's why I'm saying I don't
Andrew Berry's picking them.
Have to save it for a top wide receiver. There are some really good ones, but
Okay.
We don't have
I don't
playmakers.
want
man.
Andrew Berry picking a wide receiver's fucking tennis shoes.
He sucks. He sucks at picking wide receivers. I agree. He sucks.
Let's see if he can keep improving without Paul DePodesta. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay.
And without Kevin Stefanski, who is the? Oh my God, who's the wide
He's
receiver we took
fucked.
2 years ago?
He's so fucked.
Cedric?
No. The one that had no
David Bell.
Nothing about it looked good at all. He was just mediocre at everything.
No separation against Big Ten teams anywhere.
Everyone was like, "Oh, he's the guy. I love this guy," and he was terrible.
Yeah, he was terrible. Well, that will end a rousing Spit Sip Chug. Thanks for everybody for participating. We do have a segment, and Bill, you unfortunately are going under rapid fire. I will give you a series of questions. You have 3 seconds to answer. If you feel like saying anything else but the answer, just don't fucking do it. You ready, sir?
Bring it on.
Okay. Browns will win 7 or less games next season.
Yes.
Shador Sanders is a legitimate franchise starter.
No.
Monken is an offensive genius.
Yes.
Denzel Ward is still elite.
No.
Judkins will return from injury and still be a beast.
Yes.
Browns' offensive line is way better after the recent free agent pickups.
Yes.
Browns will take a wide receiver at 6.
Not necessarily.
Baltimore did the Raiders dirty with Max Crosby.
No.
Trey Hendrickson will be a problem for teams playing Baltimore.
Nah, yeah.
Michigan football will lose 4 or more games next season.
Nope.
And finally, what is your favorite sports podcast?
This one right here.
Oh. And you are off rapid fire. Yeah.
Hey, Bill, we're going to have you back on next week. Fuck you.
Thank you so much, and I want to thank you all. I want to thank all the little people. And thank you very much.
Carnes, what do you think the best podcast is? But you can't say Barking Browns.
I can't say.
Come on.
I love being here.
Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you.
I love being here.
You didn't seem as
I've never
enthusiastic
watched this one.
as Bill.
I couldn't tell you.
Ed makes me hurt with all his Cleveland jokes.
It's because of love. It's because of love, Nick. It's because of love.
That's not love, Ed. That's not love. Damn it.
Bestiality jokes do you have on your other podcast?
Yeah, well, Nick, you should see the way I raise my kids. It's the same thing. They love me though. They love me. When they want money, they get it. Okay.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah. So that'll kind of end the bits right there. I know we're running out of time, Andy. We did have an opposition position, but it's kind of just mute at this point. Actually, I'll give it out there just for if anybody wants to chime in. I was going to say Cleveland fans are the worst.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, all right. Opposition position. Will you take the position of your opposition? Obviously, Nick, I'm going to ask you this: are Cleveland fans the worst?
Absolutely, they have to be the worst because nobody likes a sucky ass team more than Cleveland fans. It doesn't make any sense. Every other football team in existence that sucks ass gets no support and no interest unless you're the Cleveland Browns, in which case you can do no wrong and everyone will love you forever.
Wow, you took the segment and you ran with it. And Andy, I don't if anybody else wants to just say they are the best, feel free to just respond to that.
Didn't he just say that? He argued that they're the best.
I know, but the way he said it's like he pulled an Ed. It's like he kind of pulled an Ed right there, and I kind of appreciate it.
Roger, you know where I'm going with this one, don't you? You know where I'm going with this one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Bill.
Oh, Ohio State fans, are you kidding me? They are the absolute worst. I can't stand them.
Brown nuts.
I cannot stand them. I can't.
It's the worst combination in the world.
Ohio State fans, the worst. Done.
Oh,
hey,
wow.
You got fans of a football team, NFL football team that hasn't won anything, most of them in their entire lives, and then their college team is good, and then it's a disaster, and then they want every Buckeye player to come and play. It's if I was another fan base, I couldn't tell. Oh, I'd probably lose my mind.
Wow.
We have to be the most toxic fan base in football.
They're the worst.
The Browns.
Buckeyes fans are the worst. Sorry.
I disagree with that, but I'll say this. I will still go there because people say I bet in basketball. I think Cleveland fans are the best. I think they're the best. They're the most passionate. You know why? Because they embrace misery more than ever. Most people that would just tune it out, not want to talk about it. But you guys talk about your quarterback situation, which has been shit since '99. You talk about the Browns have been shit since '99, and yet every day you keep wanting to talk about that because honestly, you love it. And maybe it's the misery that you're just so used to, but you love it so much that you're still willing to talk about it. And I got to commend you for that because it's easy to be an Ohio State fan, Bill. You know why? Because we win. And shout out to Miami of Ohio, but 31 wins against loser schools. Sorry, you ain't gonna get it done. Ohio State basketball Buckeyes are gonna surprise a lot of
forces of nature.
Yeah, but I just want to say that. So Andy, I think Cleveland fans are the best because they endure the most pain, and you know what? They keep coming back for more.
Hey,
yeah,
Mr.
I mean, what is a fan? A fan is just someone that loves their team like they love their kids, and I agree. We love our shitty team. They give us no reasons to love them, and yet we love them. So
Andy, I love the Browns more than my kids.
Yeah, obviously.
I can't answer this fairly. I went to Catholic school, so the only dinosaurs I knew about or was taught about was Dino, Fred's dog, and Godzilla. Those are the only two. They don't tell you they don't exist. They just don't talk about them. Just don't leave it alone.
That's fucked up.
That's the way it was.
Wow. I'm out of segments, Andy. So whatever you want to do.
Who won that segment? Did anyone? Nick, you sort of argued that I guess I got to go with that because
I didn't even.
You both argued that the Browns fans are awesome.
And Bill just wanted to hate on Ohio State.
Absolutely, I did. Absolutely.
We failed the assignment there.
I'm hating on them.
There's nothing the team can do that won't make me love them. Yeah. That's just the way it is. I don't care. I think about whatever you want about it.
What if the Browns promote Nazism? Like they.
Why you gotta go there? Haven't we had enough of that?
At that point, you would. I mean, there are some things they could do that would say, "Okay, I this is too much."
They'd be disbanded as an NFL franchise.
Yeah, but you wouldn't support them. You wouldn't say, "Hey, you can't disband them. They're my team." At that point, you'd be like, "Yeah, you know what? Disband them." They need
I think I'd have to go take a dip in the pool in Shad Khan's new.
Okay. Go Jaguars. Yeah. Okay. All right.
But see, the Browns are creating a whole group of young kids that don't give a damn because this team doesn't win. And I'm 60 years old. And really I'm getting to the point where I really am done with them because it's ineptitude, it's lack of leadership, it is just stupidity. And we as fans, I get it. I mean, good Lord, I've been a fan since 73. Okay. I can remember going to my first game I was in 1975. I got off. My dad and I went to the very top of the municipal stadium, and the guy next to me had a wineskin of orange juice. And my dad's like, no, he's not going to have the orange juice. I'm like, Dad, I have been a fan of this team. I'm tired. I'm getting to a point where I'm done with it. I really am because it's ridiculous.
And Bill, to that, I would say there are times I get very frustrated with my kids. But you know what? I still love them.
I know.
You are going to love this team. As soon as they do something good, you're going to be all in.
We'll be here when they're gone. Whoever's destroying it, we'll still be here.
I have a question I want to ask you all before I leave.
The young kids, I don't know. I'm $125 in on a Myles Garrett jersey with an 11-year-old. So the young fans are still there. But he's a fan because of Myles Garrett, and his dad does a Browns podcast. So you have that.
I have a guy I work with who's 70 years old, and we talk Browns every day because that's what we do. And he always asks me every time I see him. He asks me, "Are the Browns going to win a Super Bowl before I die?" Dude, I'm not kidding. Every day I see him, and he asks me if the Browns are going to win a Super Bowl.
Did you say to him, "I hope you're going to live to"?
Yeah, what?
I tell him yes. He's a tough motherfucker.
Okay,
he's open heart surgery twice.
Yeah,
he's still kicking, still working, doing his thing because he wants to. He's 70. So please tell me Well, no, I can't influence you. Are the Browns going to win a Super Bowl before he dies?
I don't know. I really don't think so.
I hate you guys.
I don't.
I think even Nick, I'll say this: if he lives to 80, I think there's a chance. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, percentage-wise, if you're going to play that game.
Yeah.
If he lives another 10 years, I think you can be positive about it. If he lives another 3-4 years, I don't know.
But if he was 70, if he's 70, he was alive the last time they won.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Not a
He was alive
Super
in
Bowl.
64. Yeah.
So let's not get greedy. Let's not get fucking greedy.
Yeah, he got one. He's already got one.
He used to.
I would say I think people are sleeping on what this team could emerge to.
Good God, I drink a
not
fucking liter of wine tonight.
This season's going to be bad. There's no getting around it. But there is. I do like. I like I like what they're doing. They're building them a path where it could happen in the not short term, but not too long term, where a 70-year-old could make it. He could
fuck it, Nick. It's going to happen. Tell him yes. Tell him Ed in Columbus says, hell yeah, they're going to win one before he dies. Hell
we
yeah.
Just need to not get close and then go, hey, let's go all in on this fucking dipshit. On the Odell or on the Deshaun Watson. They got to avoid that kind of trap.
They're going to win it their first year in Brook Park. Their first year in Brook Park, Nick, they're going to win the Super Bowl.
All right. 2029. See you there.
Yep. See you there. Bill, you got a job tonight, Bill. You have to pick out contributor of the night. And it looks like Donger. He's a little.
Donger's fighting for it.
Yeah,
Force of nature, hating on.
Got to go back to the one about you there, Ed.
Oh, the lizard one.
That right there. I saw that one. I'm like, that.
Yeah, I agree.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Donger takes an L.
That was pretty good.
I will say, Force of Nature, you did a nice
They
job
were all
tonight,
good.
like he always does.
They were
this
all
one
good.
for me. This one for me because of the luring center. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. I'm gonna lie.
Oh, Force of Nature.
You know what?
Do that. Now I already chose.
I know he's already chose. That's right. That's fair.
All right, co-winners. We're gonna go late.
Winners. What do they get? Tell them what they won.
Roger's gonna send them a T-shirt out of his closet.
I got a T-shirt out of the back of my room back here, baby. It's coming.
Donger,
It's
you
coming.
got
Give me an address. DM me.
Yeah.
I got a good one too.
All right.
Well, Andy, I think this about wraps up the show. Would you any last objections or anything? Or?
No, close it out.
Okay, well, I can't close it out more than this. Thanks, Dong. Damn. All right, like I said, Bill, you got anything before we go? Want to plug anything? Say anything?
No, just that. Good luck to all the high school kids in the next couple weeks here as they finish up, and then obviously, this season for Miami University has been fantastic. You know, I graduated there in '88. I have a next time I'm on, I'm going to have to share my Ron Harper story with you because I was there for 2 years with Ron.
Nice.
And he still is one of my favorite Cavaliers. He's one of my favorite Miami athletes of all time.
Fuck Danny Ferry.
But what's happening? I really want to see Miami and Akron again in the final. I think that would be awesome. I think it's going to be theater. I think it's going to be amazing. But really, for the high school kids that are coming up, this is their week. This week and next week, have at it, guys. Love it, and good luck.
Nice. Well, Roger. You got anything that you want to say before we go?
No, man. High school baseball. Watch for Chicago Falls this year, man. I was at practice last night. Bulldogs going to be taking the mound. They're looking good. I watch all these kids. They got the coach took over. He's coached these kids since they were little leaguers, man. They're going to be tough. Watch them.
Roger, there's so many kids that are throwing 89, 90 miles an hour in high school. It's incredible. Yeah. It's just I'm at a loss. The high school baseball in this state is incredible.
It's phenomenal. Andy, anything before we go?
Just, Team USA is going to face Canada. And recently we've done pretty well against Canada. Yes. So I can't wait to watch that. That's going to be fantastic.
Nice.
Fuck Canada.
I'm going to have fun. I can't wait.
If we beat Canada, I'll do an old Canada song.
Okay. You think, how many Canadians think they're going to beat us in our sport?
Well, I don't know.
Right now, tonight.
After they have a few beers, I bet they'll be okay with that, eh?
Okay.
Couple Hoser Blue Jay fans? I don't know.
Well, I just want to say that, hey, it's always an enjoyable time on the Dawg Chug. I love hosting it, Andy, and I'm glad I won the right to do that. Eventually that will wear off, and I'll be sad. But until then, hey, I'm going to enjoy the ride. I'm glad, Roger, we had a fun night tonight. Bill, thanks for coming on. You're a great guest, and can't wait to have you on. Go Red Hawks. Go Red Hawks. Good luck.
Go Red Hawks.
And like I said, drink them if you
Thank Nick for coming on.
Yes, Nick.
Oh, and the Notorious been texting me. He won't come in the comments because he hasn't been on. I told him when he learns how to read, we'll bring him back on to the Yenza.
All right.
Shout out to the Yenza.
Looking forward to him coming back.
Andy, I always like it when you say it. So end the show. You know how to do it.
All right. Drink if you got him. Go Browns. Thanks, everyone. And thank you for Bill and Nick. I know you got too drunk, but we love when you come on. So
go Guards.
Go Guards.